Breast cancer awareness has been at the forefront for so many years thanks to one woman who was determined to make a difference after her younger sister passed away from this disease.
Absolutely. Nancy Brinker has dedicated nearly 40 years of her life to fighting and trying to find a cure for breast cancer.
Today, she's here to talk about a new initiative to help women in need. We are honored, so honored to have Nancy Brinker, founder of the Susan G. Komen Foundation and founder of the Promise Fund. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Olga. Thank you very much for having me here.
Absolutely.
It's exciting to be with you.
I'm excited to have you here. So is Montel. And I just wanted to share with our viewers, Mrs. Brinker, I mean, this marks, Montel, 40 years since she started the Susan G. Komen Foundation. That's just amazing to me. And do you know how it started?
Yeah, in a shoebox. Right?
With $200.
That's crazy.
A shoebox filled with some names and numbers, and now
Clearly
it's just
pre-internet.
Right. Now it's a global movement. What a journey you've had.
Oh, it's a journey, and we also had a secretary, a volunteer secretary who couldn't type, and a broken typewriter. That's how we started.
But look what you've done.
Well, it was a lot of will, a lot of people, a lot of friends, and you know, we have funded billions of dollars of research in the United States, all of us together. But the one thing we haven't done is apply what we know. We know prevention, that is screenings, being in the hands of a primary physician so that you get diagnosed better and easier, and then being able to afford the care and finding a path and avenue. And that's why we've started the Promise Fund of Florida. And the Promise Fund is dedicated in a very granular way in helping the over 80,000 women in our county of Palm Beach in Florida. It's unbelievable. There are that many women who have no access to care, no medical home, and we're giving it to them.
Well, you know, I mean, let's talk a little bit about that, because that's a promise that's, I got to say, I'm so happy that you're going to try to keep it. But talk about the Promise Fund is not just for Florida.
No, the Promise Fund it's the first model we're building. We're pairing a federally qualified healthcare center called Found Care with the work we're doing. We've brought them a mammography center. We have 11 navigators, community navigators, who reach into their own communities in the language that the people who are living there understand. And so far, with their help, we have interacted, screened, treated, and educated and navigated over 12,000 of those 80,000 women. And we're going to get to the end of this sooner than they think.
And I know you will, because if anybody can do it, it's Mrs. Brinker.
Yes,
and
you
you
keep
and
a promise.
We're talking about statistics, and this is really alarming. She was telling me how it's amazing how Hispanic women, me, my community, and African-American women, these numbers are pretty alarming when it comes to breast cancer.
That's exactly right. Disease tends to be diagnosed later in Hispanic women. They tend to be a little bit shy and not wanting to go out and have this kind of treat. Honestly, the screening today is very different than it ever was. It's very easy to go through if you have access. And with African-American women, oftentimes they have the genetic markers that are very, very aggressive, that make the disease aggressive. So we watch and work very hard in these communities.
Which brings a soundbite, I'm going to say, that her sister said years ago. When you once said it to me, it's a quote, it really hit home. Her sister said, where a woman lives should not determine whether she lives.
That's right.
That's crazy.
So powerful.
Yeah, and she was dying at that point. She knew. But she knew she had the best treatment and the best access to care. There's access to care and there's affordability. And these are the two issues that we deal with every day, all day at the Promise Fund.
Wow. Now, over the years, you've received so many accolades for what you've done.
Well,
As a matter of fact, back in 2009, President Obama gave you the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Talk about what is you think is your biggest accomplishment?
My biggest accomplishment, I hope, is that we have finally broken through the cultural barrier of being able to speak about these diseases and then know exactly what we're talking about. We understand cancer. We didn't understand it 50 years ago. Now we know. And now because we know, we owe the people who are the most apt to and at highest risk to be screened, treated, and live.
Your sister must be looking down so proud. What do you think she would tell you?
She'd be telling me to hurry up and get it done, as we did every day. It didn't matter what I did. She thought it was a slow poke. She thought it took me too long to do everything. Get on with it. That's what she'd be saying. Stop talking and do it.
Well, you've got boots on the ground, and I want her to explain this.
Yes,
you've got some.
Look at Montel's boots, and look at yours, look at Olga's.
Tell our viewers.
You need all to wear these boots. This means you're going to be with us on the ground every day.
I'm on the ground right now, putting on my pink boots.
If people want to get more information, where do they go?
PromiseFund.org or the PromiseFundOfFlorida.org.
There you go.
I'm here.
Aren't they fabulous?
We're going to help.
Thank you so much. We want everyone to help. We want everyone to do this in their community all over the world if they want to. We're going to help people replicate it.
No one like you. Thank you so much, Mrs. Brinker.
Thank you so much for being here, for sure. And of course, if you want more information, you can go to our website, thebouncingAct.com. We'll be back right after this.
You know, they say real men wear pink. Put on your boots.
Come on, no, I would put them on, but you know, they're maybe one size too small.